All right, today we're looking at a machine that pretty much throws the definition of a car right out the window. It's an off-roader, sure, it's a luxury SUV, but as you're about to see, it's also something else entirely. So let me ask you a simple question. You're on an adventure, you come to a river. How do you get across? The answer seems pretty obvious, right? Or maybe not, because with the Zongheng G700, the answer is, well, both. And I don't mean it can just drive through deep water. No, this SUV can literally become a boat. To really wrap your head around this thing, you have to think of it as a master of 3 different domains. Let's break down how it completely conquers land, sea, and yes, even the air. First up, let's start on its home turf, solid ground. Now, you'd expect an off-roader to be capable, but calling this thing capable barely even scratches the surface. Let's just start with that headline number, 904 horsepower. That is an insane amount of power, and it comes from this wild triple-motor hybrid system. You've got 1 gas engine and 2 electric motors, all working in perfect, brutal harmony. The company itself says this thing delivers the power of a V12. And that's not just about torque. We're talking a level of performance that puts it deep into supercar territory, all wrapped up in this rugged, go-anywhere package. And all that raw power is managed by some seriously clever tech. It'll do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 4.6 seconds, and it has an AI-powered system that's constantly reading the terrain and adjusting everything for you. For the really extreme stuff, it has not 1, not 2, but 3 locking differentials. It can even just hold itself on a steep 45-degree hill for 20 minutes without you even touching the brakes. Oh, and to top it all off, it charges from 30 to 80% in just 10 minutes. But all of that, as incredible as it is, kind of pales in comparison to this next part. Let's talk about the sea. The tech that makes this whole thing possible is just amazing. It's not just about being waterproof. The G700 actually deploys electric thrusters and uses a marine-grade gyroscope, like the same kind of tech you'd find in a boat, to keep itself stable in the water. And it can cruise around like that for up to an hour. And if you're sitting there thinking that sounds like a gimmick, think again. To prove what it could do, the company literally drove one into the Yangtze River, one of the world's biggest waterways, and successfully crossed the entire 1.8-kilometer width. This isn't just a concept, it's a reality. So, it's mastered land, it's mastered the sea. But there's a final realm that's absolutely critical for a true exploration vehicle: the air. Just imagine this scenario. You are deep in the wilderness, miles and miles from the nearest cell tower. No problem. From right there inside the cabin, you can make a satellite call to anywhere on Earth. And if you need to see what's over that next ridge, you just launch the vehicle's own integrated drone to go scout ahead for you. A drone with 10x optical zoom and night vision, by the way. Now, with capabilities this extreme, safety can't just be an afterthought. It has to be the very foundation of the whole thing. And the G700 is engineered less like a car and more like a mobile fortress. The foundation of that fortress is the steel. Over 90% of the entire body is made from high-strength steel, with a full 35% being that ultra-hard hot-stamped steel. It basically creates a passenger safety cell that is just ridiculously strong. How strong are we talking? Well, the roof can withstand 15 tons of pressure. That's like stacking 10 average cars on top of it. It's all about creating a massive survival space for everybody inside if the absolute worst should happen. This number right here just highlights the incredible attention to detail. Most curtain airbags deflate after about 6 seconds. The G700s, they stay inflated for 33 seconds straight. And the reason is simple. In a complex multi-role accident, that extended protection time can be, and often is, life-saving. But hey, a fortress doesn't have to be uncomfortable. Inside, the G700 is just packed with technology and luxury features that almost seem out of place in a machine that's this rugged. You're greeted by this enormous 35.4-inch screen that spans the entire dashboard. The audio system is from Lexicon, a brand you'll also find in a Rolls-Royce. The air suspension has a one-key leveling feature, so if you park on a slope to go camping, the whole vehicle just levels itself out. It even has an onboard fridge and a built-in mosquito repellent system for those nights out in the wild. So, let's recap. You have a vehicle that can swim across rivers, launch its own drone, call for help from space, and it pampers you in absolute luxury. So the inevitable question is, what on earth does something like this cost? Okay, let's look at the numbers. The standard off-road models kick off around $42,000 and they climb to about $54,000 for the top trim. But the one we've been focusing on, that fully amphibious Voyage Supreme, that one comes in at just under $97,000. Now that's a serious price tag, but for a vehicle with this laundry list of features, it is truly in a category all by itself. This vehicle really just pushes all the boundaries. It makes you wonder, when our cars can do all this, when they've conquered land, sea, and air, what is the next frontier for getting around? It really seems like the line between science fiction and the dealership floor is getting thinner every single year.